What's up, guys? This is Ian, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, and welcome back to week 1 of the PCL, or the Pokemon Championship League. I believe that's what it stands for. We are taking on the owner of the league, or one of the owners of the league, Coach MagicBlades, and the Houston Tynamo this week. Magic's one of my good friends in the Pokemon community. We're in three leagues together, I think. Yep, 3 leagues. SAPL, PCL, and UPBA together. We haven't played in UPBA yet. We don't play in SAPL yet. I don't think at all this season we don't play in SAPL. So this will be the first time that I'm taking on Magic, even though we're in 3 leagues together. I'm curious to see what his playstyle is like. His draft wasn't fantastic. He was rated 11th. Mind you, I was rated 10th. And he was rated 11th, so, you know, you can only put so much stock into that, considering him and I also did the power rankings. I don't know. My team has a ground weakness. His is weird, and he doesn't really have a ground type to expose my ground weakness, so I think we have a really good matchup against him, considering the main reason why my team was ranked 10th. Was because of that, and he can't abuse it. So let's run through Magic's team right here. Magic has Mega Charizard Y, Mew, Lucario, Umbreon, Roserade, Drampa, Cryogonal, Sylveon, Vaporeon, Alolan Raichu, and Meloetta. He also has the Normalium Z Crystal, which can be used on anything because they all get normal type moves. So that's a thing. I'm expecting to see, if he brings it, I'm expecting to see it on Mew with like Z Transform, Z Reflect type. What else is I think that it would use normally? Pretty sure that's it. Or on like Umbreon or Sylveon for Z Heal Bell, or on Meloetta for like a Z Hyper Beam he's talked about. Even like Z Return on like Meloetta Pirouette would be an interesting tech, or Z Relic Song, since he would have to run Relic Song to get into Pirouette form anyways. So that's kind of what I think he would use the Z Crystal for. I don't think it puts in too much pressure against my team, because my team is very offensive. If you look at through my team, I have Mega Pidgeot, Excadrill, Entei, Primarina, Salazzle, Ditto, Alolan Persian, Tyranitar, Raichu, Salamence, and Superior. I really don't have any walls on my team. I think the bulkiest thing I have is like Tyranitar, which isn't even a bulky mon at all. So my game plan with this team is hyper offense. It's pretty much go, 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 go. That's basically the gist. How did this happen? I just lost all my EVs. Sorry, that's not how it's supposed to be. Wait. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how that happened. Good thing I caught that now. Yeah, so that's Magic's team. Let's just go over his other things here. Wow, seems to be a theme today in me yawning in videos. I'm just like really sorry about that. Okay, Magic's hazard setters are Mew with Stealth Rocks and Roserade with Spikes and Toxic Spikes. He's pretty limited on his hazards, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about him setting up hazards necessarily, although my team is, the team that I'm bringing is relatively weak to Stealth Rocks itself, so I am packing something for that. His hazard removal is Mega Charizard Y with Defog, Mew with Defog, Cryogonal with Rapid Spin. His 4 times weaknesses. Ooh, I totally forgot about 4 times weaknesses. He has a 4 times weakness to Rock and Charizard. He has a 4... That's it, I think. Yep, that's it. Just a 4 times weakness to Rock with Mega Charizard Y. Totally forgot to write that down on my notes, but that's it. His priority? Wow, this is going to be a long list. Let me just yawn before I read off this list real quick. He has Quick Attack on Mega Charizard Y, Vacuum Wave, Fake Out, and Sucker Punch on Mew, Bullet Punch, Extreme Speed, Vacuum Wave, Quick Attack, and Feint on Lucario, Quick Attack and Sucker Punch on Umbreon, Quick Attack on Sylveon, Quick Attack on Vaporeon, Fake Out, Extreme Speed, Quick Attack, and Feint on Alolan Raichu, Ice Shard on Cryogonal, and Quick Attack on Meloetta. He has priority on 9 of his 11 Mons. Only Roserade and Drampa don't get any priority. A lot of it's bad. Like, I don't think that he would run Quick Attack on Meloetta necessarily, or on Charizard Y, or on Vaporeon, or on Umbreon, or on Sylveon necessarily. Sucker Punch could be a thing on Umbreon. I think that might be likely. I don't see him bringing Ice Shard on Cryogonal if he brings that. I could see like Vacuum Wave or Sucker Punch being a thing on Mew. Lucario rarely has a set where it does not run priority, so if we see Lucario, I should expect priority on that. Probably not on anything else on the rest of his team. So that's Magic's team, and now let's talk about ours. We are bringing Pish, the Primarina. We're bringing Assault Vested Pish. This EV spread lets us take 2 Solar Beams in the Sun from Charizard with our Assault Vest. Unfortunately, Scald cannot 2-hit KO it back. It can't, even if he takes Rocks damage, we can't OHKO him with Scald in the Sun. So that's unfortunate. We're running a fairly standard AV Primarina set this week with Moonblast, Scald, Energy Ball, and Ice Beam. This is all coverage that hits his entire team. Pretty much the only thing that I'm not hitting for super effective damage is Lucario and Alolan Raichu. But I'm not staying in on Alolan Raichu anyways because he'll kill me. Oh, and we're not hitting Aria Form Meloetta for super effective damage, or Sylveon. Okay, I don't know what I was talking about before. This is just really good coverage. Moonblast hits everything except Zard Y. That's it, actually. And Roserade. Scald hits the Zard Y. Ice Beam is there for the Roserade. And Vaporeon can tank these hits relatively well, so I've got Energy Ball on there for the Vaporeon. Obviously, we need attacking moves to run Assault Vest. So that's the idea. Yeah, like I said, max HP, max special defense with a modest nature, so we're hitting a little bit harder with our attacks. But this way we have enough bulk to be able to tank Charizard Y Solar Beams, which in the same vein should be about as powerful. A little less powerful than a Roserade Leaf Storm if he's bringing offensive Roserade. So next up is Spam, our shiny male Pidgeot. Running Keen-Eye before Mega Evolution. I know it's going to be No Guard after Mega Evolution, but we're running Keen-Eye so that our accuracy can't be lowered. I don't know what he would have that could lower our accuracy, but I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him to run like Smokescreen Charizard Y or something. I don't even know if it gets that, but Hurricane, Heat Wave, U-Turn, Tailwind. Hurricane and Heat Wave are pretty standard on Mega Pidgeot. He doesn't have a Flying Resist on his team, except for Alolan Raichu that I see, which U-Turn does work against. So Hurricane spam is a thing in this game. Heat Wave hits the Lucario, which Hurricane only does neutral damage to. That's actually the only thing it's there for, I think. Oh, and it's there to hit the Cryogonal super effectively, although Cryogonal can probably tank these hits relatively well. It's a special wall, right? So Heat Wave will hit the Alolan Raichu on switch, I guess. U-Turn is there for momentum. It'll also hit the Umbreon super effectively, it'll hit the Mew super effectively, and it'll hit the Alolan Raichu and the Meloetta super effectively as long as he's in Aria form. And Tailwind is there in case my Sand gets taken down at some point in the game, and so I can get a Tailwind up if Excadrill is still alive, and it'll have the exact same effect as Excadrill being in Sand. We're running enough speed to outspeed Alolan Raichu. Just Alolan Raichu with no Scarf. That's how much speed we put in, and then max special attack, and the rest is in HP bulk. I could not outspeed Alolan Raichu, or I couldn't speed creep Alolan Raichu without a plus speed nature, so we're running Hasty. Mostly because we have U-Turn, and I want to get the most damage I can out of U-Turn this game. So we're running Hasty instead of Timid. Magic has very poor physical attackers on his team. It's pretty much only Pirouette form, Meloetta, and Lucario. And Mew, I guess, as well. Those are, like, his team is very specially offensive and specially defensive, so that's why we're running Hasty over Naive, because well, if I was running Naive, he would hit me harder, but since I'm running Hasty, he's not going to... It's basically going to be the same as running Timid. So that's what I'm saying. Next up, we have Superior Defog, question mark, based on the leaks that Superior gets Defog. I'm not sold on this one. I'm still kind of... Okay, it's not that I'm not... It's not that I'm on the fence about bringing Superior, because I think Superior has a really good matchup against Magic. I'm just worried that he's going to bring like setup Lucario or setup Mew, and that Ditto would have been better here. Or even like Calm Mind Sylveon or something like that. I'm not sure. Or even Pirouette form Meloetta, like outspeeds everything in this entire game. The Ditto would have been great for. So, like, if I regret bringing Ditto, I'll be sad. But at the same time, at the moment, I don't regret bringing Ditto because I think Superior has a really good matchup. Especially because I see Vaporeon coming to deal with both my fire types. Plus, it can deal with Excadrill and Tyranitar. So, Superior is good to cover those weaknesses for myself. So, we're bringing Leftovers Contrary Superior, just like a defensive Superior running. Max defense, 24 in HP. This allows us to tank... this allows Lucario Bullet Punch to break our sub if he gets a max roll and nothing but a max roll. On Life Orb, Jolly Bullet Punch, he can break our sub with a Bullet Punch only on a max roll. We are outspeeding Alolan Raichu with the speed investment. And I just put the rest in HP. Leaf Storm is there to hit everything as hard as I possibly can. Hidden Power Fire is there for the Lucario and the Roserade. And the Cryogonal, potentially as well. Giga Drain is there to get some recovery back on the Vaporeon. I can kind of like boost up on the Vaporeon with Leaf Storm and then get recovery back. I can also get a free sub off on the Vaporeon. And the only way he can break it is by bringing Ice Beam, which then gives my Primarina a free switch in on the Ice Beam. So that's a thing. So that's the Superior set. It's pretty standard. Well, it's not that standard. It's pretty standard. It's not sub-Leech Seed, but it's, you know, enough for me to get some free hits off and hopefully break down his team a little bit. Next up, we're bringing our Sand Setter, Lyra. We're bringing Tyranitar, rocking the Rocky MZ, our nice Rocky MZ pick here. This Rocky MZ lets us OHKO the Meloetta with Stone Edge. Stone Edge already does OHKO the Meloetta, even if he's max HP, max defense, but Rockium makes it so that we don't miss, and Meloetta is one of the bigger threats to my team. Stone Edge obviously hits, Stone Edge obviously will OHKO the Mega Charizard Y as well, which would be really nice because then my Sand would be up all the time. Yeah, so that's what's going on with that. We're running Stealth Rock, Crunch, Stone Edge, and Superpower. Stealth Rocks need to be up so that Charizard Y gets whittled, so the Charizard Y has limited switch-ins. The only other thing that's weak to rocks on this team is Cryogonal, which is obviously his spinner. Now, I didn't draft a spin blocker on this, so I don't really care that much about him getting rid of the rocks. It does give me a free turn to go into whatever when he clicks Rapid Spin on Cryogonal, or it gives me a free turn to kill the Cryogonal and then set rocks up later. Crunch is there because of Meloetta, Alolan Raichu, and Mew, and it's a good stab on Tyranitar. I originally had Earthquake there, and then I realized that Earthquake was the only thing that Earthquake was doing better was hitting the Lucario for super effective damage, which and the Alolan Raichu, but I was like, Crunch already hits Alolan Raichu for super effective damage, so I'm like, okay. Yeah, Stone Edge is another good stab, obviously, and it hits everything hard. He has no rock resist that I see. Oh, his rock resist is Lucario. That's his only rock resist on his entire team, and I don't even know if I count Lucario as a rock resist, especially against Adamant Max Attack Tyranitar. And then we're running Superpower in the last slot, pretty much exclusively for the Umbreon. I'm not necessarily going to click it against the Drampa when I can click like Crunch, which will hit the Drampa better anyways. Drampa doesn't really get tech to hit my Tyranitar. Like, he'd have to run like Hidden Power Fighting Drampa, which I think he will. I think he'll run Hidden Power Fighting for the Tyranitar. I also think he'll bring the Lucario to have a fighting type for the Tyranitar. We're running max HP to be able to take Lucario hits a little bit better, hopefully. He can probably just click like Close Combat and kill us, I would think. We do have a lot of HP investment, but the combination of close combat plus bullet punch probably kills us. I'd like to keep Tyranitar healthy and around as long as possible, so that we have Sand Up for Excadrill. I do want to note that while I could have run Smooth Rock this game, he does have a Weather Canceller in Mega Charizard Y, which will cancel out our Sand and bring up the Sun. So I didn't want to run Smooth Rock just to waste turns while he's got Mega Charizard Y. So that's why we don't have that, and that's why we have Rocky MZ this week. If he didn't have Charizard Y, then I would have brought Smooth Rock for sure, because then Excadrill gets 7 free turns to just sweep his team. And it's like, well, just pick a sack at this point, you know? So yeah, that's Tyranitar. Next up is Drillbee, the Excadrill. We're bringing Lumberry because I'm scared of Scald Burns and Will-O-Wisps and Burns from Flamethrower, because I know that's a thing. Stupid 10%. Anyways, yeah, Lumberry, Sand Rush, so that we are running around in the sand really fast. Earthquake, Iron Head, Rapid Spin, Rock Slide. This is a very standard Sand Rush sweeper set. Earthquake is good stab, Iron Head is good stab, Rapid Spin is there to get rocks away from my team because I have Pidgeot and Salazzle, which you'll see next. Rock Slide is there specifically for the Charizard Y. I can like catch it on a switch or something, then Rock Slide Okos it, guaranteed, as long as I hit it, which I should, because Rock Slide is a 90% accurate move, so Stone Rouge is an 80% accurate move. We are running enough speed on... Oh, I should mention Tyranitar speed, actually, real quick. I put the last 4 EVs into Tyranitar speed here. Because Sylveon is a base 60 speed, if he wants to speed creep min speed Tyranitar by 1 point, then I am now speed creeping that by 1 point. So it's just a complicated speed creep, but I think that he may put that... If he's not running offensive Sylveon with like a bunch of speed, then he would maybe do that, because he could potentially, or he could put a point of speed into outrun Primarina, which usually doesn't run speed anyways, so that's that. So Excadrill, we're running enough speed on Excadrill to outspeed Scarf Alolan Raichu in the sand. Scarf Alolan Raichu is the fastest thing that he could possibly have outside of Agility Lucario, and Agility Lucario hits double speed just like Excadrill does, and it's a higher speed tier than us, so we're not going to outspeed it anyways. So I would rather outspeed the next fastest thing, which is Scarf Alolan Raichu. Now, I don't know if he's bringing Scarf Alolan Raichu, but we didn't need the bulk on Excadrill anyways, so this is... I think it's fine to speed creep this. Obviously, Sand Rush doubles our speed in sand, so 263 times 2 is 526, which is exactly 1 point higher than Scarf Max Speed Timid Alolan Raichu. Luckily, we were able to run Adamant this week and hit that, so our damage output is huge with Adamant, Earthquakes, and stuff like that. And I just popped the rest into HP since it's our next highest stat, and that means that it will scale better. It'll multiply better with our stats and stuff. And last but not least, we've got Samantha the Salazzle here. We're bringing Pasho Berry this week. This is like kind of our Vaporeon check, which sounds really weird for a fire type, but his team like loses to the combination of fire plus poison. Like it actually just dies to Flamethrower plus Sludge Wave. That's all the coverage that I need on Salazzle this week. And then we're running sub-disable so that we can 1v1 the Vaporeon with Pasho Berry. So potentially, if he's in on Vaporeon, I click Substitute, he clicks Scald, I click Disable, all of a sudden he can no longer touch my Salazzle, and Sludge Wave is hitting that thing for tons of damage. Salazzle also outspeeds his entire team if he doesn't have a Scarfer. The speed investment we have is to outspeed Alolan Raichu. Yeah, max special attack, and the rest is in HP because it's our next highest stat. We also have a nice odd amount of HP in case we're coming in on rocks. So win cons this week is going to be Excadrill. Excadrill, every single time I bring Excadrill in sand, it is a win con because it will outspeed the entirety of the enemy's team, and I can get some really good damage off. I could have seen Swords Dance being okay this game, but because I have Pidgeot and Salazzle with no defog on Mega Pidgeot this week, I kind of wanted Rapid Spin We're not running Life Orb because if I was running Life Orb with Rapid Spin, I would think that it's a waste because I don't have a good Wish Passer. I think Raichu gets Wish. That might be the only. Oh, Salamence gets Wish too. Those are my only two Wish Mons, and I don't really want to pass a Wish into Excadrill because then my Mons are taking more chip damage from the sand, blah blah blah. So it's nice that I'm running Lumberry Rapid Spin rather than Life Orb Rapid Spin. I think Life Orb Rapid Spin is counterintuitive, and so this way I'm getting rid of the hazards and not taking recoil damage. So that's Excadrill's our first win con. Pidgeot breaking down walls. Tyranitar hopefully taking down Charizard or just doing a bunch of chip damage to his team and keeping Tyranitar around to set sand for Excadrill later. Primarina breaking down walls. It's not really Primarina's job this game. Primarina's job this game is kind of to like sit there, waste some sun turns, potentially like 1v1 the Vaporeon, 1v1 the Sylveon for sure, 1v1 the Umbreon for sure, 1v1 the Mew for sure if he's special Mew, 1v1 the Meloetta if he's special Meloetta. Primarina has really good, because Primarina is so specially bulky and Magic has such a specially offensive team, Primarina has a good matchup just in that sense. I wouldn't necessarily have brought Primarina because of the Charizard Y being such a problem and Solar Beam being such an issue, but we're running AV with a bunch of bulk on it, so it should be fine. So Superior can actually put in like a lot of work. It does outspeed his whole team, like I said. So if we can get a sub up and get a bunch of Leaf Storm boosts, then we're in the clear actually. Plus 4 HP Fire does a lot of damage to Lucario. It doesn't actually kill because we're not running a special attack investment, but plus 6 HP Fire does kill. That's the thing. At a certain point, Leaf Storm will just be hitting Lucario better. Again, we can't touch the Charizard Y with this set, so I have to rely on Tyranitar to deal with that. And Salazzle potentially just like destroying his team is another win con. So pretty much every Mon this week is a win con, except maybe Mega Pidgeot. But Mega Pidgeot is the best wall breaker I have on this entire team. Excadrill is just really good at cleaning up later. So that's pretty much the game plan. And yeah, Magic and I have scheduled a match to be played pretty shortly here, just in the next couple of days. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys for week 1 of the PCL, where we take on Coach MagicBlades and the Houston Tynamo.